I don't think I can.
We would have to, when we would have to help Jim tie his shoes, we being the older sisters, of course, when we'd have to help him tie his shoes, he would want his shoes so tight that Mom was afraid they would cut off the circulation. So we would pretend that we'd go, and then we would make the loops, and the loops had to be exactly the same size, or you'd have to do it again.
That's so
It still makes sense.
Yeah. The other story that I remember is, and it actually is the boys. They would scream and this would be this was Ruth Way, that they would scream All-Star Wrestling, and they would come from all ends of the house, and you'd hear it going boom, 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 and they dive at one another. And when they screamed All-Star Wrestling, everybody backed up.
Unless you wanted to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Look out.
I like All-Star Wrestling.
That was great.
Can we reenact that?
Sure.
All-Star Wrestling.
Give me the claw.
How did you get the unicycle? Because I remember you riding this unicycle.
Jim Castaneri had a unicycle, and he wanted,
Yeah, you were really good at it.
Yeah.
He wanted to, I think he learned, I don't know if he learned how to ride it and then I did, or if we learned how to do it together. I think we learned how to do it together.
Now, did you ride it to like, did you just around the neighborhood?
No, we did crazy stuff.
Yeah, and I remember that, because actually, I tried to do unicycle and never could do it, and I was always jealous of you.
You were so good. We rode it to the North End Mall, if you can believe that.
You're
Wow.
yeah.
That's
Very good, very, very good.
Yeah, that was a big ride.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good
That was okay, Jim. That was 3 miles. You can run 3 miles now. So
yeah, your genitals really hurt after that one.
You were really good.
What was the skull cap about? What was?
Well, I have.
Oh, you have. Never mind. Tell us about selling skateboards door to door.
No.
It never worked. I never sold them door to door.
Didn't you sell skateboards?
Yeah, but it was at a flea market. It was for a guy who was a sporting goods distributor. And so I was just doing it for him. You know, that never worked. Well, the thing was is that was at a flea market, and so at the flea market there was another guy who was selling the exact same skateboards for like, half the price. But I had no control of the price, so it didn't really matter. So I just sat and burned all that day. That's all what I remember.
And you just did it one day?
That's all I remember. Yeah. I mean, if you sell nothing all day long, it doesn't really encourage you to go back and try to get it.
No, it doesn't.
But it's a good life lesson.